condition the servant must be in to acknowledge the fire. That if you're not cold you would not have approached a fire. So every condition Allah puts us in is so that we walk through the correct door. Ya Wahhab, Ya Wahhab, Ya Wahhab, Ya Musabbibul Asbab, Ya Mufattiha Abwab, Ya Musabbibul Asbab. That the one whom put me in a condition is the one whom pushing me to go through that door. If you're not cold you won't go into a flame. If you're hot you say, why I'm going to go to that fire, I'm so hot now I don't feel like anything near a fire. So the wisdom Allah is showing that every condition has a door, make sure you chose the right one. When He knocks you around and you have difficulties, it's a sign there's a door, you seem to be missing it. Everything in our lives is a guidance. The one who's seeking is always attentive to themselves and everything around. What is the sign? What is the sign? The one who's heedless has to take a lot of hits left and right and they live a life reactive, which is horrible. They go from one calamity to the next calamity, and what they're training is rijalullah, the mature and the men of God whom are both men and women, there's no gender. Those whom are mature in the way, they are very proactive people. They don't need go to beat them around to get them to wake up. When they wake, they're up. As a result, everything is a sign for them. That every condition God puts me in, He's asking me to make a choice, because that's what the du'a is saying. That every condition you've been put in, make the right choice. Don't pass this up, because you pass it may take a long time for it to come again, if it ever comes again. So this life of ours is now govern yourself accordingly to this fire and this flame. Enter into this flame, take the dress of this flame. It will burn away all that's not necessary, no need to cry about that, no need to worry about that. We described before, don't think of the past and don't think of the future. Live only within this moment because that's all that exists. Whatever was past has nothing to do, you can do nothing about it. You have a certain amount of energy at every moment. If you spend that energy, for example, you have 10 gallons of charge or gas on yourself, your car. If you spend 8 gallons thinking about the past, and if you think a lot about the past you probably worry a lot about the future, and you spend another 2 gallons worrying about the future, you are considered spent. You finished the fuel, you finished your energy, your ability to bring out your energy on everything from the past you worried about and you finished all your energy on all the fears of the future. So now scientists came out with this. They sent me an article on scientists talking about quantum physics, describing exactly realities now, that you're producing an energy, make an intention, meditate, you have an energy field. This energy field you nourish it with ishq and love and muhabbat for the Divine. As a result, with this love and this Divine energy that you have, the more you meditate, the more you focus. They described it like a ripple effect. If you take a rock and you throw it in water, it ripples. If you could train yourself every day to throw a rock or every few hours, the ripples would be continuous, a flow of energy. The same for the one whom kullu amalun binniyat. Every action is based on intention, Allah describes. The one whom sits and intends and meditates on Divine love, not human love and love amongst people. Love for the Divine is like a ruh in the heart, a ripple of energy, ripple of energy, ripple of energy, until they vibrate so much of this Divinely energy all around them. That's what we said in the shaykhs, if they operate, Allah brings the power of their soul out. Their love can touch the entire earth because they're connected into the entire heavens. But for those who are starting and trying, at least 9 meters around you, you should be able to change matter. Why? By understanding your vibration and your energy. So instead of building this light and this love and this ishq, you start to now use this energy about what happened in the past. What? Focus on what? You now stopped this vibration and this energy of building your positive charge. You're now focusing on something that you have no more control over, and that's all shaitan wants, because he doesn't want you to fly. He wants to hold you with one chain down, which is called your past, and hold you with another chain in the front called your future. Then you start worrying about the future, how's it going to be like this, how am I going to feed, how am I going to this, how am I going to do that. And before you know it, you spend so much energy on these two that you have nothing for right now, and you're not vibrating at any energy because you just spent it all. So when they say live in the present is very real. I can do nothing of the past, Ya Rabbi, past is gone and you're the only one who knows my future. So let me just worry about now and meditate now, focus now, do my energy now. As a result of building this energy, building this flame, this energy begins to change everything around you. That's why in Surat Al-Kahf Allah described, come into this cave, we'll give you a mercy, means the pulse of your energy will begin to come out and will begin to settle your affairs. Means if you're resonating with this energy and people are hating you, hostile to you, jealous of you, aggravating you, if you resonate with this divine protection, Allah changes all of that. Their hostility can't reach you because you have your shield of protection. Their hatefulness and bad character either will push them away or change their outlook or their view of you because you are resonating at a positive energy. The ones that not necessary pushed away, the ones that are harmful be protecting so that that harm doesn't come to the servant. But you lose all of that if you're worrying about the past and worrying about the future because you have no shield to protect you. So their life is only now. They do their zikr, they do their awrah, they make their connection, they make sure they're good with God right now. Their love for the Prophet so that they're keeping the laws, the reality, the love and the nearness, and as a result they're in that flame right now and it resonates and corrects everything in their life. Anything not meant for them, that love will keep all the enemies away, and they have a shield and aura of protection. And somebody else emailed, oh I watched a video on an interview with a sorcerer, and the sorcerer which I don't know why he would watch that, but maybe accidentally he came across that and he's saying, SubhanAllah Shaykh, whatever this person was saying, these are all in your teachings. Because the interview was asking, are the people that you can't reach? He says, most definitely. They have things that they put around themselves, they have chants that they've encased themselves and energies that block them and ancient beings that guard them, and that's not something we can penetrate. So the energy world knows these realities and shaitan knows that reality. So shaitan, all he wants to do is what? Take your energy down, worry about the past. What can you change from the past? Allah forgave you because you're sitting here now. If Allah didn't forgive you, He would throw you in a fire. So it's already assumed you've forgotten because it's been forgiven because you're sitting in the circles, you're hearing this teaching, you're watching on YouTube. In the future, well, you have nothing to do with the future. All you have to do is make sure you're good with Allah right now. Today is a good day, tomorrow inshaAllah better. As a result, they're dressed from these energies, they're protected with these energies. Then what Allah gave in the next ayah, 8th surah, the 8th ayah, He came to this fire. Now Allah describing this fire and He said, and He heard, blessed whoever is in this fire, whoever is around this fire, and exalted Allah, I am Allah Lord of all the worlds. So means that Allah is describing. Can you recite Surah 8, Surah 27 verse 8 one more time inshaAllah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فلما جاءها نودي أن بورك من في النار ومن حولها وسبحان الله رب العالمين صدق الله العلي العظيم.
صدق الله العظيم وبلغ رسول الكريم. I have a word for word app more beatific than the translation in English. Burika, blessed, that he was called into it. Nudiya, blessed is he that he was called into this presence and that he came. And when he's around it and whoever is in that fire, they are blessed. And they're blessing from Allah Lord of all the worlds, and Allah's glory subhan be upon them. Meaning more, it was they heard the call to Allah, not that they came to a random fire, but they heard the call to Allah and labaik, they came to it. And whoever entered into that, Allah began to now clarify to Nabi Musa, this is a holy place, and labaik, they came to it. And whoever entered into that, Allah began to now clarify to Nabi Musa, this is a holy place, take your shoes off, you are now in a Divinely presence. And this is the immensity of this cave, the immensity of this flame, and the immensity of Mawlid al-Nabi. It's not a coincidence that Allah brought the birth of Prophet on the third lunar moon, to dress from this reality, bless from this reality, and for us to understand the immensity of this cave, the immensity of this fire, and that this is the birth and the reality of this flame, its birth. When Allah was a hidden treasure wanting to be known, this flame came into existence, and the existence of this flame is for Allah to be known. For what Allah want people to come into these Divinely lights? Is so that they can know the Divine, the Presence, and Allah wants to be known by this immense reality. We pray that Allah dress us and bless us from the immensity of Mawlid al-Nabi, the birth of creation, the birth of all realities, and that Allah grant us from Ta'aseen this purified light and purified secret. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa